Hi, excuse me, and welcome back to my channel. Just like to say thanks for all the support and welcome to all my new subscribers over the last few days. Really appreciate the subscription. So without further ado, so I did finish last time the magazine that the last magazine that come, which was, to refresh my own memory, issue 84, which was this one with the cherished, what was it called? A cherished Christmas collection. So, and I've still got some bits and pieces left over. So I've been having a look through some of my just topper sheets really, to see what I can use with some of this leftover paper and cardstock. So I found this one out. So this is the Christmas cocktails. So this was Hunkydory favourites Christmas toppers that I got, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, and I've never used them because I never know what to do just with a topper sheet without any cardstock that goes with it. So I've done pre-cut some gold mirror mats and some of the other layers to go onto a 6x6 card. I was going to use this big topper, but the only thing is I can use a topper without the frame, but the only thing is this topper is a bit bigger than my card, so it doesn't really work if I wanted to use the outer frame as well as the topper bit. You can use just the topper and then it would work fine, but I don't know. Well, I'll see how we progress with this one. So let me just put them to the side. So I'm going to come in with let me see now which one. I'm going to do this one first. I've got the frame there. I probably don't need the frame, but it's there just in case. So this is all, as I said, left over from my previous magazine. So because this is paper, I'm going to put on some dotty tape runner, which is Hunkydory. I think it might have just run out on me. Nope, it's still going. And then I use Kalau all-purpose glue on this one. So I put the tape runner on the corners because of it being paper, and then this all-purpose glue just on the inner part of the paper stock, because it's paper, so paper tends to rock up with the tacky glue. Couldn't think what it was called. So I tend to use the paper. I tend to use, oops, the all-purpose glue in the normal way on the middle of everything, and then obviously the card and paper with the my words are not coming out today, guys. I'm having a nightmare with my words today. Use the tape runner for the paper rather, for that reason, in them corners, so it doesn't rock up. I do find the tape sometimes a little bit awkward when trying to place it onto a mirror mat, because it doesn't always go where I want it to go, and it'll go skew whiff, and then I have to try and move it around. Lots of other people will find it easier, but for me, I find it really hard to get the paper to sit on this gold mirror where I need it to sit. The thing with this is you can pull it up and reposition it, which is what I have to do quite a bit. which is why I prefer using glue mostly. So hopefully that's in the right place now, which it is, so that's all good. Excuse me a second while I just have a look at my text. Okay, sorry about that guys. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in the 6x6 card. So this was originally 6 that way by 12 that way, scored at the 6-inch mark on the scoreboard and then burnished down to give it that nice crisp open. So now we're going to come back in with my all-purpose glue, and I've just filled up these bottles as well, so they should all be flowing pretty well. And then tacky glue in the 4 corners as normal, and then bring in your card in. You can either do it 10-fold, which is what I do most of the time, or you can do it that way. I'm going to go normal way for this one. I'm going to go around this way, and it's not very straight, that bit of gold mirror, bit of paper on that gold mirror. It went a bit of a funny angle, so we'll just work with that anyway. And then for this one I was going to come across the middle, so what I'm going to use on this one was this cheers one at the bottom here, this one. So do I want that to sit in the middle there and then have that coming across like so, or do I want to have it go in that way down or that way? I think I'm going to do it that way. So this is 2 inches, no, it's 2 notches over 2 inches by 2 notches under the 6, so you get the same width or the length of the card going down. And then just place this where you want it on there. So the gold mirror from this one should match up with the gold mirror that's on this bottom part. You don't have to have it like that. You can have it smaller, you can have it the same size as the card, or just, but I prefer to do it that way. So then that's going to sit across there. I did have this frame for it, but because it's square I don't think it's going to really work, so we're not going to use that one. So I need that to be on there, so I'm just going to get some foam pads, and it doesn't matter where these go because there's no particular right or wrong way with this one, because it's going to be covering the whole card, and covering, it's not a cut out card, it's not a Z fold, it's not a Dutch fold, it's just a normal 10th fold or a normal opening card. And I've still got my fan going, even though it's miserable today. It is still warm in here because obviously I have lots of lights on for videoing, so it does get pretty warm, I must say, with having all the lights on. But I need the lights on to make the video a bit brighter for you guys to watch and see what I'm doing. So now I'm just going to place this, if I can keep my card still, place this over here. So I have got the glass board from Hunkydory. The only thing I do find with this glass board is that it does reflect a lot of the light back onto the camera, which I can see, and sometimes all my cards move about a little bit because of it being a shiny surface, but I do like the glass matte, so that's why I'm using that one. So now we've got a little "May your Christmas be merry and bright, festive wishes, enjoy yourself, cheers to you." So we're going to use this cheers to you one, because obviously this says cheers. I'm going to bring in a foam pad. I might have to cut one of these down and snip, because these are a little bit too long for this kind of sentiment. And then I'm going to put the glue on the back of there, the tacky glue that is. Then we're going to come in with the cheers to you. I think I'm going to go this side, just up there like so. And we've got this little glass here. I'm going to put another foam pad on there. I think a full one might work on this one. Which way around should I go? Let's go. I'm going to put this one here somewhere. So let's go on the back there. Throw that in the bin. I'm going to put that there. So that is it for that one. So all I need to put on there now is some gems, and then that's done. But before I do that, I'm going to bring in the next card, or the next one that I started to cut down. And I did have another layer that was going to go on there as well, but I seem to have mislaid that somewhere. I don't know where it's gone. So the same technique as before. The dotty tape pen in these four corners, and then your glues on top. So these are cut to this paper is cut 4 notches under the 6 both ways, and then the Miri matte one is cut 2 notches under the 6 both ways. If you're like me, I use an A4 sheet of gold Miri from Hunkydory, but you can buy on Hunkydory, you can buy the 6x6 Miri mats as well, which I have got them. So they do work out a lot better really, because when you're doing a 6x6 card, you only have to cut down 2 notches off of each, and you don't get so much waste. I tend to use the A4 ones on some cards, so you get a little bit left over, but the leftovers do come in handy sometimes if you're making different sized like card, different sized cards. So if you've got like a step card or something like that, or a gatefold card, things like that, they will come in handy. Just bear with a second. I'll be back in a little while, guys. Just got to have a phone call. Check back in a sec. Okay guys, sorry about that, but I'm back now. Video call from my mum and my dad, because I don't see them every week. So we have a video call every Sunday. So right, I'm back anyway. So for this one, I did have another bit like I did on that first card that I did, and I've lost a piece of, I've still got the gold Miri, but I actually lost the bit of the matching paper. I don't know what I've done with it, I don't know where it's gone, so I can't find it because I've checked everywhere and it's just disappeared. So I've got some parchment paper, or this is, what is this called? Not parchment, it's the other one, vellum. So I'm just going to rip this so it looks ragged. I don't know what size I want, so I'm just going by here, and then I'm going to rip a bit more so it looks like vintage or rustic, probably is the better word. If you're not good at doing it freehand, you can use a ruler, just so you haven't got straight edges really. And you just tear, and that's how it's going to look, I think. So to put this on, what I'm going to use is my liner tape again, or my, not red liner, the other one, this one, dotty tape pen, that's the word I'm looking for, because it shouldn't really show through. So I'm going to put that smack a bang up in the middle, sort of. So that's how that's going to look. And then toppers I'm going to use for this one is probably going to be that one, and then this one over here. So this one says good times, good cheers, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and this is just a little cocktail, Christmas cocktail. So they are going to go onto the front of there like so. If I wanted to, I could use a frame, but obviously my frames are not matchy with these, so I don't think they're going to work really. I mean, I could use that one because it doesn't look too bad with that topper, but don't know whether I like that or not, so I don't think I'm going to use it, to be honest. I'm not sure. I've got this, whoops, I got this one which I can use if I really wanted to, which I could put that across there, maybe just having a play around with some of my bits and pieces that I've got here. That could sit sort of like on the edging, so it sits like that. This one, so it sits at the bottom, sort of like so, so it looks like it's had a frame behind it. And because we've got so many toppers here, sentiments, sorry, I know this has already got a sentiment on it, but this one says festive wishes, so I might put that one across like that. I'm not too sure yet. I do kind of like it, don't get me wrong, but I'm still not 100% sure. Let's have a look at this one, see if I can come up with something a little different. Maybe and put that one across there. Yes, I'm going to go with that one. I think I like that one. So this is going to go flat because it's easier, and then the others are going to go on foam pads. Let's see if my glue will come out, because I've walked away and left them without closing them up. So this one I'm just going to put some tacky glue on there, and then bring this in and place that down on top of the, make sure I haven't got a upside down card. And then this one's going to come over there and sit like so. So I need foam pads on this one. So I'm just going to go along this side bits here. Putting them on. like so. Peel this off. And then this one's going to go just on there. And we do the same with this one. Need some more foam pads for that one. If I can find any in my little tub here. This is where I'm not very organised, I must say. Oh, I just found them. Put them on like that. And place this one just on there, and then bring this one in. There we go. Put that there. That is it for that one. So now all I need is a couple of gems. I'm going to come in with these gold ones. And my picky up tool rather, which is a diamond art pen. And then I'm going to go there and there and there and there. And hopefully I can find some gems out without might have to tip them out. The thing is, I don't like tipping them out because when they tip them out onto this, they end up going everywhere and they get stuck in the little grooves. So they're not very good. Let's put one there. Let's put one there. And then one there. And then one there. So I've got two bigger ones, these corners, and then the two smaller ones there. And then we bring the first card back in and put some gems on that one while I've got the gems out. I think I'm going to do different on this one. I'm going to come in with the big one, biggish one at the bottom there. And another one there. And I'm going to put a smaller one just on there, and that is all the gems I'm going to be putting on there. Oh, they come out very easily. Jolly good. No spillages. So this is just showing you what you can do with leftover card stock, leftover paper stock from a kit. If you've got any toppers like this one, you know, Christmas ones, which I bought these, as I said, a couple of years ago when I first started with Hunkydory, and I just liked them because they were on a good offer. I think Dan was the one that was showing them off, so I ended up getting them. But that's, so I can keep that one, and when you get any more leftover stock from other Christmas kits that you use and you've got enough, or if you've got duo design paper pads, so say like this one here, you could pick out a design, anything, you know, that one would go, even that one, you know, anything like that one could go, would go as a background. Any of these really, so you know, it's up to you, you know, how you use your duo designs. As they say on Hunkydory, all their duo designs are made with the intention of using them with other, with toppers, so they all go, it just depends on what you want to do, you mix and match them. So that is it for this these two cards. I've still got about another maybe 4 cards left, maybe 5, 6 at a push, using another different topper from a Christmas topper favourite. But I'll come back with that one on the next video, and then we can go from there. So that is it for this one, guys. So until next time, thank you for watching. I do really appreciate the time you take to watch my video, and all the support I get means a lot. So until next time, guys, take care, and take care until next time. Bye for now.